me on some stocks that I like. Send some money to my mama, but we living alright. School wasn't for me, telling me what to think. I'd rather invest in other things than a college degree. Like appreciating assets, but I ain't got a bag yet.
What up? What up? What up? Y'all hear us? We good? Ballin'! Warriors! I hate that team!
Yes, sir.
Warriors in the chat. Warriors in the chat, baby. Yeah. One day I wish that would be me. I like to have one of those rings one day. Oh, man.
What's good, Ace?
What's good, is? How you feeling getting your ring? I know you've been hyped, letting everybody know.
Oh, man. Dude. Like Draymond said, they shouldn't have let us won this one, man.
They shouldn't have. That is what's up, man. They've been killing me with the whole tour that they've been going on, man. Oh, they've been killing me with that, man. That's been hilarious.
I've been plays different.
It really is. It really is, man. It really is. We gonna get into it, Oos. I'm ready to get into it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So I know we had the icebreaker for this week.
Yeah.
It says, who you cutting? Adrian Peterson, LT, Emmitt Smith, or Marshall Faulk? Jerome Bettis.
I don't think LT should be in this list, honestly. I think
him and AP just made it tougher for everybody else.
Yeah.
I think those guys aren't gonna get touched. So when I sat back and looked at it too, initially I was like, I would cut Emmitt. I feel like that whole Dallas team just kind of had it made.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, man. I would have to offer just singular running backs. I was like, I would have to keep Emmitt and cut Jerome. I can't disrespect all the yards and the accolades that he got together, man. That was a lot. That was really a lot.
Yeah, it was 1 and 2 for me is either Emmitt or Jerome. But I understand. I think Jerome's getting cut. I think they just threw an offensive lineman out there and just said, run the ball.
Yeah. Hell
no.
And then the other one is, let's see, top 3 most underrated wide receivers.
That was hard for me. Underrated?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I didn't know if this was all time or now.
I did all time, like all time. So my first 3, I think, what came to mind was probably Marquise Colston. His little run with the Saints
was crazy.
Santana Moss
was crazy.
Freaking Derek Mason. I don't know if people really know about Derek Mason, but
Titans
and the Ravens. That boy was going off.
Mason was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so I thought of now, and I was like, all right, Terry McLaurin was like one for now, right?
Yeah.
Anquan Bolden, I feel like we all have a huge respect for him. I don't think we ever consider him a top player. Heinz Ward was another one that I thought about and considered when I thought of underrated wide receivers. Not gonna lie, Pittsburgh had a lot of really good receivers. I thought like the versatility of Antoine Randall was crazy. Antonio Brown is going to go down as one of the most underrated receivers because that 6-year stretch that he put together of 100 yards, 1,000, and almost 10 TDs every year was like, that's insane. Nobody's gonna do that for a while at that level that he did for 6 years. So Antonio Brown will go down as one of the most underrated. Torrey Holt, I feel like Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce kind of get lost with each other, especially with Torrey Holt and Andre Johnson and Steve Smith and them all starting to get up for the Hall of Fame. I don't think none of them are going to be first ballots, first ballot Hall of Famers. So those were guys who I thought about because that's going to be like Reggie Wayne too.
Yeah.
Won't be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but should make it on the second attempt.
I don't know. I like Wes Welker too.
Yeah, Wes Welker.
Well, Wes Welker was shifty.
Wes Welker made a way for Hunter Renfrow. Wes Welker paved the way for Hunter Renfrow. Pay homage, man. Pay homage, my man. Pay homage. One receiver that I really, really liked was Ricky Pro. He was a slot receiver for that greatest show on turf with Isaac Bruce and them. Ed McCaffrey. Denver, man. I didn't realize he was like 6'5". He didn't look that tall when I remember watching him as a kid. It's like Ed McCaffrey was a dude who I remember. I told y'all before, my Madden dude who I used to use was Steve Breston. He was the third receiver with Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden. And that dude had like 95, 96 speed. And I used to get away with murder with him on the game.
Damn, I don't even know that guy. Damn.
Yeah, Steve Breston.
He got lost in the sauce in that. Ugh.
He really did. Let me see if I can actually look up real quick what was his stats like his best year. Because I feel like I shouldn't be the only person who knows who Steve Breston is.
Damn, I think you might be. I don't know. I've never heard that name in a while.
Yeah, Steve Breston, NFL. He came from Michigan. He was drafted in 2007 to the Cardinals. Let me see.
He's playing on Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I could. Cause like on Madden, everybody was so focused on Anquan Bolden and Larry Fitzgerald. I used to just eat all day with him.
Oh, I see his best stats. His best year was 2008. He had 77 receptions for 1,000 yards.
For 1,003 TDs.
Yeah.
So he was like what I think Christian Kirk should have been for Arizona if people didn't really
He got the bag though. I don't know how he got it, but he got it.
Yeah, he got it. So and man, it was crazy because when I looked at Christian Kirk's contract and people was like, it's actually, I still think it's a little much, but it's Jacksonville, but he's gonna get outpaid. Yeah, he's gonna get outpaid, and that contract's gonna drop here soon. So, and then the final one is the top 3 favorite wide receivers. Mine's is very simple, man. Jerry, Randy, and T.O. Those are the top 3, and they just can't be moved.
Mine was all from my division. Just Donald Driver, Randy, and Megatron.
Oh man, yeah, that. Oh, like receiver. I feel like receivers are. I feel like 1 through 3, 1 through 5 is pretty set, but once you get past that, you can almost interchange anybody and not be wrong.
Yeah, that's fact.
So, yeah. So let's get into it, Pilot. AFC East, man.
AFC East,
man. A very intriguing division it is, right?
Yeah, intriguing. Yeah.
It really is. So what was your first thoughts when you were just kind of going over the division as a whole?
Everything's new. Everything new. This is the Bills to lose, honestly. That's all I see it.
Yeah, that's how I see it too. It's the Bills to lose. It's the Bills to lose. That's definitely how I see it too.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start. If you guys know, rocking with us, when we go through our previews, we will be going from worst to first. So Jets finished last in this division last year with a 4-13 record. Currently with head coach Robert Saleh going into his second year. Bali, man, what's your thoughts on the New York Jets?
Hey, man. I see what Robert Saleh's doing, man. He's sneaky, man. He's
sneaky.
Hey, man, he's building the 49ers offense all over again over there.
He really is.
That little trio of running backs with Breece Hall,
Michael Carter, Tevin
Coleman, and he got a lot of sneaky good receivers, even the one he drafted. And can't be sleeping on their defense. Even though their defense finished in last, they got a lot of young pieces in there.
Yeah.
Have great potential. So, that's how I see the Jets, man.
They do. So for me, I kind of had to take a step back because, I know last year the Jets signed Carl Lawson, and I know that he got hurt before the season started, so he didn't get to see the field at all. So when I saw that happen, I was like, okay, that's definitely gonna hurt. They paid him money to kind of be veteran. Like I feel like they wanted it. They gave him the potential to kind of come in and be that guy. I don't feel like his contract was too bad. I feel like it was kind of on par with the projections of what they probably thought he could have produced. Quentin Williams, I really like Quentin Williams on like their interior and Sheldon Rankins. So I was like, all right, like you said, they got a lot of pieces there. And with Carl, like you couldn't even count Carl Lawson as part of the team last year because he got hurt so early. So like with a lot of the additions that they put to this team this year, man, there's a lot going on here that like as a Jets fan, you should be very excited for. At least that I feel like. One thing specifically that I went to go look back at was the Jets. Joe Douglas. Joe Douglas came to the Jets 3 years ago from the Philadelphia Eagles, and just kind of looking at the things that he's done with the team drafting wise and financially. Again, he's a guy who. So my projection for Chicago, what I felt like what Ryan Poles did for Chicago, is kind of the same expectation that we can see on paper here that Joe Douglas has given with the Jets. They both technically have, even though this is Joe Douglas's third year and Ryan Poles first, they both have second-year quarterbacks from the 2021 draft. Now the Jets, because Joe Douglas is in his third year, was able to fix some money, have 3 draft classes under his belt, and last year's draft class in that 2021 class definitely, to me, set a big precedent for what they want going forward, man. So like when I was just watching on their YouTube channel, they got a series out called New York or Nowhere. And it's just kind of it's just their behind the scenes look of just the New York Jets and just their offseason going into it, man. Robert Saleh's definitely been one of my favorite kind of personalities. I feel like he's very humble and he's very leveled. And he always says this same quote is he was like, we're playing a child's game for a king's ransom. Like we're playing football and we're making a lot of money out of it. And then he went to refer right after that to Mike Tomlin when he was like, I don't want hostages here. I want volunteers. He said, I want people who want to be here. I don't want you to feel like you have to be here. And that's the type of people that we go after and we look for and we draft. So y'all know I say it all the time. When you find your head coach and your GM combination, I feel like that's the first building block in understanding like the success of what your team could be. And then you have your quarterback who you're investing in with Zach on a rookie deal. Just like looking at it, I'm intrigued by this team. I think they go this year as far as Zach's development goes. I specifically think that that's all on Zach this year. If he has a bad year, they're going to be a bad team. If he has a great year, they're going to be a great team. I think there's enough pieces around him stability-wise to honestly have him succeed. Like, there's no reason we should not see a improved, like, statistical year from Zach Wilson to me.
So what do you expect from him offensively? Like what are the stat wise?
Stat wise. So I used my stat wise barometer off of what Mac Jones did last year. And last year Mac did 3,822 TDs, but I think like 13 picks. Yeah. So I'm gonna make that my line for my expectation for Zach.
30.
Because So I'm not even gonna say 3,800. I'm gonna say he has to get over 3,000. He has to get over 20 passing touchdowns, and you could keep the 13 picks. You could have the picks, bro. You could have the picks, but 9 touchdowns and 10 interceptions clearly wasn't what you expected out of your first year. So I'm gonna use your draft class and division rival quarterback as your barometer for your step next year. So if he can give me 3,200, 20 TDs, and 13 picks, that's a second successful year to me, especially when I look at his weapons from his running back room to his receivers and his tight ends. He's set up better than Mac to me. Like, I feel like the Jets' offensive core is set up better than New England's core in being second-year quarterbacks. So that's how – and I like the O-line, like Laken Tomlinson, Mekhi Becton.
Yeah, they're all young.
Yeah, Elijah Vera Tucker. Like,
set up just like Burrow was like last year.
So like he has it, man, and it's crazy. Like, so Corey Davis is the vet of that wide receiver room. Yeah. And it's a good thing when you're vet. You're paying him money. You're not paying him crazy money, but it's a good thing when your vet, who's still younger, could potentially be your third wide receiver on this team. Because Elijah Moore, that dude, he can go crazy. And y'all know I felt like Garrett Wilson was the overall best receiver in this draft.
Yeah, he was.
So I'm expecting, like, again, this year will go 100% totally to me on how well Zach Wilson plays throughout the course of the year.
I think, same here. They go as far as he does, development wise. Corey Davis, I think he has to be that guy like he was in Tennessee, like his last year in Tennessee where he had like 1,000 yards, I think.
Yeah.
He needs to be that guy so he can alleviate pressure off of the younger guys like Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson to get them going. The addition of C.J. Uzomah was great, another pass catcher for them.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think I'm expecting around 3,600, probably like 26 TDs.
Yep.
Yeah, you can keep the 13 interceptions. I think he's going to get those.
Yeah. And if you think about it, the two quarterbacks in the Super Bowls last year were top in the league in interceptions. So, we're not going to worry about that too much no more. They were one of the top two people in interceptions. So, yeah, so I've been hearing a lot of things in camp. I kind of thought it seems like it's going to be a 60-40 kind of workload between Breece Hall and others. I'm going to just say and others. It seems like Breece Hall's he's working his way into being truly the number one guy over there. And Carter and Coleman will just support in their roles. So there's a lot here when I look at where the Jets are now and where they're projected to be. Again, I know people already have kind of put them into like the team that could take the Bengals leap this year. Yeah. Which I'm like, Bengals still only won 10 games, y'all. Let's not act like they won 13, 14, 15 games.
Yeah, and they barely won their division. They're like 2 games
barely won their division because they made it to the Super Bowl. Let's not act like the leap was like, again, it's ridiculous, a feat to make the Super Bowl, but let's not act like the leap was ridiculous. I could definitely see the potential as to why people say that. But definitely, man, when you look at what Joe Douglas has done with this team over the last 3 years, man, you're just like, kudos to them for what they've done, how they financially cleaned up their situation. The man is just a trade finesser. And the man has won every trade that he's set.
Sam Darnold out of there.
Exactly. I think he did, like, right was there with the Jamal Adams send-off. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dude he knows, again, when to pull the trigger on things, man. So that's definitely where I give them kudos for where they're at now. And I saw a PFF article that actually had Robert Saleh as the second worst coach in the NFL.
Second worst?
But they also had Cliff Kingsbury as the fourth best coach in the NFL. And
that's
I was
going
like,
off of last year?
Their metric was the production they got out of the things that they have. Because they didn't even have Mike Tomlin top 10. And I was like, oh, yeah. Cliff 4 over Mike Tomlin and Saleh. I said, yeah, bro. But PFF, sometimes you do some things right, and sometimes go outside and test. Go outside and test some grass, bro. Because some of these numbers don't.
20. I don't think he's. I mean, what he had. I mean.
Yeah.
Wilson got hurt mid-season, so I mean.
Yeah. So if you was to look in this wide receiver room currently, Moore, Davis, and Wilson, who do you think has the most receptions out of these three receivers?
The most receptions?
The most receptions.
It's gonna be Moore.
Moore?
Yeah. His ability after the catch is second to none. So I think his ability after the catch is better than Davis and Wilson. So
I know we seeing Soy's comment late, but he said Mike Tomlin's pivot episode was good. I just started watching it, but I stopped because I did too. I said, let me wait. I said, I'm gonna wait to watch this tomorrow. I didn't want to fill up my brain with something else before this. I didn't want to fill up my brain. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think Garrett Wilson could be the leading receiver, reception wise. I think this room though will be very, very tough for me to find a 1,000-yard receiver.
Oh yeah, I think they're gonna separate like 800 each. I think.
Yeah. I think they're gonna have a lot of dispersity, and I think Breece Hall is gonna get a lot of work catching the ball out of him and Carter.
Yeah.
So
I'm out. I'm off for that too. So
yeah.
A lot of pass catchers there. So
exactly. So it's tough for me to look at this room and all these weapons and be like, okay, somebody's gonna have a 1,000-yard season. But I do think Wilson will probably be more the leading receiver. I think Davis. I think anytime like they could find Davis on a one-on-one in like a big body situation, they're gonna just give him the shot.
yeah.
And like you said, Moore's versatility, man. It's a lot of exciting things, man. I'm 100% on this team this year. Will go as far as Zach Wilson can take them, man.
Yeah.
That's what I definitely think. So let's look at their schedule. Let's pull up their schedule. Let me pull that thing up real quick, and we can start to see what they got up there on their record prediction for the year. I got to get this together. New York Jets schedule. All right. So I see it right there. They opened up the season at Baltimore, with Baltimore.
Oof.
Baltimore, Browns, Bengals, Pittsburgh. Yeah, Baltimore, Browns, Bengals, Pittsburgh, Miami, Green Bay, Denver, New England, and Buffalo, and they have a Week 10 bye.
Jeez.
That's
tough.
So
first nine. Just going off the first nine, I see them going 3-6.
You said 3-6.
Yeah, I give them Cleveland because we don't know what's happening in Cleveland right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I give them Pittsburgh just because I don't really trust what's going on there, and I think I got them splitting with New England.
Yeah, I have them splitting with New England too, with the potential of Miami. So I see 3-4 wins. I see 3-4 wins for them in the up to the bye week. They got a gruesome schedule for this.
They got a tough.
Yeah, they got a real gruesome schedule. After the bye, they got New England, Chicago, Minnesota, Buffalo, Detroit, Jacksonville, Seattle, and Miami. So
I see 3 wins off of the bye week too. Well, actually 4. Yeah, I'll give them. I don't know. I don't know about Miami, man.
I
have
them from like a 7 to 9 win team.
7 to 9 win team?
Yeah, I have them as a 7 to 9 win team. Because last year, again, they stole one against Tennessee. They was close to beating Tampa, stuff like that. So, again, I feel like they're going to steal one. I feel like they're going to steal a couple. But, again, I feel like some of these might be a little closer than we think, too. So, I have them as a 7 to a 9 win team. Now, if they get up to an 11 win team, yo, they snapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they're going crazy. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I definitely don't think this is I think this is a good team. I think they got good things going on. A good evolving team. So I see them from 7 to 9 wins this year, but I really have them 8 and 9 next year.
Yeah, I got them 7 and 10.
7 and 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them Chicago. I'm giving them Minnesota just because
Minnesota.
It's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
he's gonna find a way to fold against these sorry teams.
There's a potential too that they could finish the year 4-0. Lions, Jags, Seahawks, Dolphins.
Yeah.
Like I could see that too. So I do fear Zach got a little banged up earlier in the year.
Yeah.
I'll be keeping my eye on his health. Going and seeing that if he can handle the weight of this, because he got hurt pretty early and missed some time last year. So let's see how he can protect himself.
So your 8 and 9 prediction, where does that put them in their division?
Actually, I have them third. I have them.
You have them in third. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got to drop off on New England.
Jeez.
Yeah, I got to drop off on New England this year. I actually have the Jets being third this year.
Tough.
Yeah. 3 key players, Zeus, before we get up out of here, or key players that you think is vital and important to the Jets' success this year.
Key players. Jermaine Johnson in the defense, man. I think his physicality to that front is gonna he's gonna make waves for that defense. And then offensively, CJ
got a fourth.
They gotta they paid him, so he's gotta produce. He left a almost Super Bowl winning team to a rebuild team, and I'm gonna need probably the same production or even more out of you. So those are the two players I think I'm watching.
Well,
how about you?
For me, I think one, the pressure is going to go on to the rookie this year, Sauce Gardner. This cornerback room, without the potential of him being a number one corner, can get suspect, I feel like. But I feel like DJ Reed and Bryce Hall with Sauce, should be growing and emerging into a number one corner. People are saying a lot of great things about him at a rookie mini camp and all that stuff. So Sauce, I think if he could just help to again bring good, not this year, but if he can be a good cornerback this year and develop into a great one next year, that's going to help out a lot. Carl Lawson finally being able to get on the field for the team. I think that should be able to help them out. I think that would help, to go off of your point, to take pressure off of Jermaine Johnson. It says here John Franklin Myers, Quentin Williams, Sheldon Rank. I think he should be able to come in and help to, again, a good depth starting piece for the team to help raise the floor of what this team was. And then offensively, it's all on Zach, baby.
Yeah.
It's all on Zach, man. It's 100% on you. You have a great running back tandem potentially. You have a great group of receiving options. You have what I feel like is a pretty nice O-line. It's all on you, Zach. Like, you are 100% set up to succeed and to do good things. And with this running game, potentially, and how they can receive out the backfield, you don't have to. I don't feel like you have to do too much this year.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh said it in the interview. He was like, man, I don't need him to go out there and be Brady. I just need him to make the right plays when he has to make it this year, because we've seen that he can make great plays with his arm talent. So him just continuing to grow in his processing, progression, and all that stuff, I think 100% upon Zach will be as far as the New York Jets can go this year.
Yeah.
That's where I got them. I said I got them finishing third in the division, man.
Do you think Breece Hall gets 1,000 yards this year rushing?
Yeah. I got Breece for 1,000. I do. I got Breece for 1,000. He has to have 1,000.
He has to have 1,000.
Yeah, he has to have a Zach for 1,000 for Zach for this team to go on the higher side of that win total. He has to have 1,000, or there has to be 1,000-yard rusher on this team somewhere. And again, we're gonna give it to Breece, so you know what I'm saying. Breece has to have 1,000-yard season, so that'll definitely put pressure off of Zach. So I think that's definitely, and I wouldn't be shocked if he can't pull it up with 40, 50 catches type stuff too. Well, I would say that because Michael Carter, they probably split the backfield on some of that stuff too. But yeah, man, if they could pull out 1,000-yard rusher, yeah, he's definitely set up to do his thing. 3,200, 20 TDs, and 13 picks, Zach. That's what me and Paul is asking from you this year, man. 3,200, 20 TDs, and you can keep the 13 picks, bro. We'll give you 2 extra ones from last year, man. We'll give you 2 extra ones, bro. That's what we need from you next year. So next, we got up the Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins
with new head coach Mike McDaniels. Cousin Tua at quarterback. Who finished 9-8. What's your early thoughts on the Miami Dolphins, Zeus?
Hey, man, talk about another 49ers team, I guess.
The 49ers team, man.
I mean, look at their backfield, man. Just Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, and Sony Michel. Yeah. And you add on Reek, Waddle, and Wilson, and Gesicki. Oh my.
Crazy. Yeah.
Come on now.
Crazy.
With all that, it's just question mark. It's all up to Tua. Just like I said with Zach. This is for him to lose. I don't know. The Miami Dolphins, that was like the biggest question mark out of all this whole division for me. I think if Raheem Mostert stays healthy, he's the best running back for them.
Yeah, that's what I felt. So I feel like that deal was a steal.
Yeah.
I feel like Mostert's deal was a steal. I really did. And
adding Reek, obviously, is another deep threat with Waddle, and then Gesicki, he needs to make that jump too. So,
yep,
this is a very good team. Defensively, I don't think they're really like that, but I guess you play like
PFF thinks about high of them. They called their defensive coordinator the 5th best one in the NFL. They just dropped that today.
I don't even think they were. Where were they ranked last year? Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, look that up because they had what seemed to be a good defense, but I also think that's it's part of a Brian Flores thing too.
Yeah, there were. Let's see.
So, yeah, they had those.
They were middle of the pack. They're ranked 15 in total defense. I don't think top 5 defensive coach.
Yeah, they said he was a top 5 defensive coach. So
they're right behind the Raiders. I mean, you can't be that good if you're behind the Raiders.
Man. So when I look at Miami's offseason moves, like you said, I'm looking at them signing Teron Armstead as tackle. They had a very bad O-line last year. So Teron Armstead should be good there. Mostert, I thought, was the steal signing for them. Again, we know what Mostert's capable of when healthy and coming with Mike McDaniels. But the red flag is we're kind of high on Brian Flores. We don't know what Mike McDaniels is capable of. We know what Brian Flores was capable of. This team was 9-8 last year. They had a very, very good run to finish the year. A lot of struggles early, but they finished strong, and I think good coaching finishes strong. Another signing I think that brings depth to that room is Cedric Wilson at receiver, which is also a reason why Cedric Wilson being gone is another reason why I'm low on Dallas. They're just losing a lot of people and think I'm going to keep them where they're at. No, Cedric Wilson is gone. Some people said don't be shocked if by week 6 Teddy Bridgewater is the starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I was tough. They picked up Teddy, picking up Chase Edmonds. Again, you could kind of tell that Mike McDaniel, again, another team that had a lot of money in their pocket to work with. They have a quarterback who they believe in. So go spend the bread. Connor Williams was picked up. I seen that they re-signed Xavier Howard. And, God, I can't remember the other person that they re-signed to. Byron Jones, I think, did a restructure. Yeah, Byron Jones did a restructure, which was crazy how I saw Channing Crowder talk about him in the Garrett Wilson interview. He was like, if you're the number one dude, you're going to see Byron Jones all game. And Byron Jones is going to zero coverage, man, press you all game. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so are you ready to see Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, Trey White? This is a very deep cornerback division, man, with guys who lock up. So, I'm excited for what I hope Tua can be with this team. I've been saying I thought Tua was the best of the 3 that came out with him, Mac, and Jalen. I thought Tua really was the best of those 3. But again, this is definitely the time for him to show up and kind of take that leap. He has a better O-line. He has great weapons now. This is a very, very dangerous room with weapons. It's an upgraded room. This room on paper is what we hope the Jets room might become.
Yeah.
Again, but the Jets room is much younger. When you add Tyreek Hill and you got Jalen Waddle, clearly some things will look different. But, man, last year Tua went 67% completion percentage with 2,600 yards, 16 TDs, and 10 picks. So I'm always going to try to be gracious now, Tua. You could keep the 10 picks, but I'm going to need another 1,000 and another 10 TDs on top of that, man.
Yeah, he's going to have to produce another 20 for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
another 20 for me, man. You got to get out there, my Oos. If you're going to win this MVP, you got to get out there.
Sorry. Not the draft class, Oos, the Alabama class. Sorry, not the draft class, the Alabama. Nah, Tua ain't over Herbo. Tua ain't over Herbo.
Not over Herbo. That's different, man.
Tua's not over Herbo, but I mean of the Alabama quarterbacks of Mac Jones, Jalen Hurts, and Tua, I felt like Tua was the best of those three, but not by like a long shot. I just felt like he was the best of those three. 2,616 TDs. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be acceptable next year. Tua, we need 3,500. Yeah, Tua, we're going to need 3,500, bro. Like, I want to be nice and try to hold back on you, but nope. Yeah, we need 3,500 Tua, and we need 25 TDs. You can keep your picks, man. Keep your picks. Keep your 10 picks. We need another 900 yards passing and 9 TDs from you this year, because you completely have the keys to a upgraded whip. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you definitely have to step that up. One thing I do want to talk to you about, Bale, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I have a bunch of KC fans who've clearly are upset that Tyreek Hill has left and has been making comments about Tua's more accurate than Mahomes. Kind of been throwing his little shots at KC, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told people from my end, I said Tyreek leaving KC hurts both Patrick and Tyreek. It's not a one-way street. So if you go look at all the, like, even the Buffalo game, Mahomes didn't throw nothing deep. He threw a 15-yard route, and Tyreek took it to the crib. I was like, the same way all them plays where you see Mahomes rolling out and flinging it, Tyreek's the one on the other end catching it. So when I look at Tyreek's stats, I'm going to pull them up here now, and then I'm going to pull up Jalen Waddle's. When I look up Tyreek's stats, let me make sure that I have his stats for his career up here. Let me see y'all right here. So last year he had 159 targets for 11 catches. He had 1,200 yards and 9 TDs. Last year was the only year of Tyreek Hill's career where he had over 100 catches. Last year was the only year of Tyreek Hill's career where he had over 90 catches.
Damn.
He went from 87 to 111. He went from 87. Last year he did 111 on 159 targets. He's had years where he's had two years. The year before he had more receiving yards on way less receptions. And in 2018, he had 1,412 TDs on 87 catches and 130. He had 20 more targets than he did last year. More catches. Again, they played how the offense did it. Everything was a little shorter. 9 TDs, 11.2 average last year. I told people this. This is my reasoning. Tyreek Hill has only had 1 year where he's had over 100 catches. Just one. All right, so I'm going to go look up Jalen Waddle's real quick. Jalen Waddle last year, I believe, had 100 catches for like 1,000 yards, right?
Yeah, he had 104 receptions, 140 targets for 1,015 yards, and 6 TDs. He did this with Tua last year, right? Yeah.
I said, and from what I got from y'all agree with it, I said, don't be shocked if by week 8, Jalen Waddle is the clear number 1 on this team. That's what I said. Like, that's what I believe. Don't be shocked if by week 8, Jalen Waddle is the clear 1. I had one of my homies, he said, you're out of your mind. You don't think Tyreek's a top 5 receiver. I said, right now in this moment, I think he's 5. But when you downgrade quarterback, when you downgrade head coach, and you downgrade systems, it's going to then what? Downgrade your production. This is your first year having 100 catches. Jalen Waddle, as a rookie on less targets, had 100 catches. Now it's RPO system. Like they did a lot of RPO stuff. So like I understand some of this came behind the line of scrimmage. But even when they was doing that with you, Tyreek, back then, you still didn't crack over 90 catches. So I don't expect Tyreek to have a 100-catch, 1,000-yard season. I think he's going back to right where he was, 80, 85 catches, 1,000 yards, but I do not see another 100-yard receiving season.
Oh, me neither. Yeah.
So I wanted to see what you thought just about the Waddle Tyreek combination with Tua and how that should work out.
I just think Hill leaving really hurt him the most out of the situation, honestly.
Yeah.
How it should work, I don't know. They're both kind of the same receivers to me. I can't really pick either one. I think either or is the game plan for week to week is going to be hard to. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a question mark. I don't know.
So Soy says he's got Waddle for 100 receptions and 1,300 yards.
1,300, okay.
So, and again, I can agree with that because I think this is the first time on a team Tyreek is the number one option.
Yeah.
This dude's been playing with the best tight end in football for the last 5-6 years, bro. People can't double you. Now you get the pressure. Now you're the guy that the game plan's going over. And I don't think and Tyreek always finds a way to get bumped up, bruised, or something within a game to where he's got to come out. So I don't see Tyreek having 100 receiving season. I think he goes right back to his average of 80, 1,000, 8 touchdowns. I can give Waddle 100 catches, 1,000, 1,300 yards. But I also think Tyreek, I think like Cedric Wilson is going to have a fairly good year here. Also.
So my question is, I think with Gesicki in there, he also had 73 catches.
God, he had 73?
Yeah, 73 catches on 112 targets.
Damn,
he only produced 780 yards. Do you think he reached 1,000 this year? With all that?
Nah.
Don't think he gets that many targets again?
I don't think he gets that many targets again. But I don't think he gets that many targets again. But I would not be shocked if his stat line looks exactly the same as we do next year. Like, I really don't. The dude's got big range. Like, I kind of had to watch some film on him and stuff, some extra stuff. And dude catches a lot that's in his. So I think life is going to be easier for him. You know what I'm saying? I think life is going to be a lot easier for him. But, if you told me next year, I think 70 catches, 700 yards is his area. But I do think he'll be the one who received the bump in touchdowns. I'll give him 5 or 6 touchdowns. But I don't think he's getting 112 targets again. I don't. I think he'll have I think it'll be a much more efficient year for him, actually. But yeah, I could see another 70, 700. Because I just looked at Cedric Wilson and he had only like 42 in Dallas.
Yeah.
And so.
Man, speed kills, man. You see that receiving core. Ugh.
Yeah.
He's going to be tired. He's going to be tired after the end of the first quarter.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. Let's get to this Miami Dolphins schedule, Luz. See what we're looking like here.
Sure. Let's see it.
Miami Dolphins 2022 schedule. They have a bye week. Can't tell which week that is.
Week 11.
Okay, week 11. So they start off with New England, Baltimore, Buffalo, Cincinnati, New York, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, and then they enter the bye week. All right. So there.
Miami's the only team with a winning record against the Patriots in this division.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. That's why I actually have them winning week 1.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
So I got them going 1-3 to start the year, beating New England, losing to the Ravens, Bills, and Bengals. They'll bounce back with a win against the Jets. That one's away though, and they tend to split.
3, 4. I got them going. I'm going 7-3 the first 10.
7-3.
Yeah.
Let's see, 2-3.
I think they beat Baltimore.
Yeah, no lie. Yeah, 7-3, 6-4 sounds about right to the bye week.
Yeah, I think they beat Baltimore. I think they're gonna sweep New England this year again, like they did last year, and that's without all the weapons. So
yeah, so I think they just have a rough week after the opener with New England. I think they get Baltimore, Bills, and Bengals. I wouldn't be shocked if they stole one of them. But yeah, like right now, I'm pretty sure they'll start 1-3, and then they'll just start to open a can of whoop-a.
They're gonna let loose on everybody else.
I'm gonna put $100 on Tua for MVP, and we put $100 down on Tua for MVP. That's when we get to push that candidacy right there. Yeah. So after the bye week, they got Houston, San Fran, Chargers, Buffalo, Green Bay, New England, and New York. I see
that little freaking 5-game stretch after Houston.
Houston, yeah. Jeez. So I have them as a 9-18 team.
9-18. Okay.
Yeah, 9-8. 9-8 for me should be the floor of what I expect from this team.
That's tough.
But I'm also trying to give them the grace of, for every coach, every first-year coach with their team. But there's no reason to me that this shouldn't be a 9-18. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very tough for me to honestly say 10 wins for them.
Yeah, I can't really see 10 wins from them either. But
so I'm giving Miami 9-8. So it says 11-6. 11-6.
I'll give them 10. Because just because I think they're gonna sweep New England and they're gonna sweep the Jets.
Oh man, I'm with you on the sweep New England part. I'm definitely a little lower on New England this year.
Yeah, I don't know, but see, that's what the Jets. It's just Zach Wilson. What
yeah, everything's on Zach. Everything's on Zach. Everything's on Zach.
I'll give him 10 wins. I see 10-7.
All right, dude. So my 3 key players this year for the Miami Dolphins. Is number 1. Y'all know when I find a safety, I'm always gonna fall in love with him. Javon Holland. I like you, man. I like you, Javon Holland. So I want to see good things out of you this year. Jalen Phillips. Kind of like the potential of dude. I didn't realize they also picked up Channing Tindall, so he's somebody I'm kind of just keeping an eye on to see how he works himself into the rotation over here. It seems like he was kind of the lower end of the Georgia, you know what I'm saying? The Georgia linebackers over there. And then Cousin Tua, I'm going to put $100 down on you to be MVP. I've never put money on nobody to be MVP. So, yeah, Tua, man, we got to see this 3,525 TD year from you, man. Be accurate, be efficient. You really ain't probably going to have to do a lot. You probably should get a lot of short touchdowns, man. You ain't going to really have to throw no bombs, man. You got a lot of guys who do a lot after the catch, man. Chase Edmonds is dumb nice, bro. So yeah, man. Defensively is the question mark. Brian Flores not being there and them thinking highly of this Miami defensive coordinator is where I think the rubber meets the road here. I think Mike McDaniels was more for Tua, but defensively, again, like you said, middle of the pack. I think they were more opportunistic last year. Yeah. In the way they, like, I specifically remember watching them play Baltimore where they just kept sending like 8 dudes.
They just send everybody.
Engage eight. So he said Frisco with no assurance with Debo, Trey Lance. That's a dub for Miami. Teron Armstead, Raheem Mostert, Xavier Howard, man got paid. Prove it with your play, not your mouth. Yeah, man, they got I like their secondary. Again, I feel like they opportunistic with what they trying to do defensively, but Cousin 2, it's time for you to do your thing, man.
Yeah.
Who's your 3 keys, Zeus?
I think for me, it starts with the linebacker. It starts with Jerome Baker. His 60 tackles a year for me is not going to cut it for him. I think I need to see a Pro Bowl year effort out of him. Just to get some life into that defense. It's not about the corners over there. And other key is Raheem Mostert, man. Stay healthy full season. He's going to get 1,000 yards. Just know that.
Bet. All right, is you ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. You better check number 1. Better check number 1.
Hell no.
Yeah. New England Patriots, with head coach formerly known as Megamind, Bill Belichick, big head ass.
Big head.
Last year finishing 10-7 and finally getting yours from a division rival in Buffalo in the playoffs. Let's get this together. What is the offseason overview for the New England Patriots? What are you thinking about what they had going on? And it was just ugly as hell. I ain't know.
It's ugly. I can't really say much about it. It's really ugly. Honestly, I don't really know how they got 10 wins last year.
Yeah.
This team, their defense carried this team to the promised land. Top 5 defense.
They really did.
I didn't see much from Big Mac. I don't really know about this. Like, I think with Josh McDaniels leaving to Vegas, Raiders. I think that kind of helps their offense a little bit more, just because they're pretty predictable offensively, run heavy, screen passes.
Yep.
Not really. Yeah, I think predictability was pretty much the downfall to their offense. So I think that kind of helps Mac Jones develop more. And honestly, I think Damian Harris should have done more. I think how you are with what was his face for DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
I think I'm like that with Damian Harris. I think he should have produced way more than what he had. I think he had like how many rushes? He had like 200 carries. Yeah, like 200 carries and stuff.
Yeah, 200 carries, 15 TDs, 929 yards, 200 attempts is tied 17th in the league. So, but I think that's just that. Like you said, that's kind of like that committee from Bill.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how they've always been. They played LeGarrette Blount forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did.
They kind of played LeGarrette Blount forever. So that was kind of like I think that's just kind of how the Patriots will forever be under them is running back by committee stuff. Like, hey, you're gonna get these carries and just do with it what you're gonna get with it.
Yeah, they really had a good running back. Honestly, I think. I think with James White coming back for Damian Harris, I think that's gonna help him a lot more because James White is a receiving back more likely. So, yeah, I don't know, man. This team is pretty ugly. I mean, they made it to the playoffs pretty ugly. So
yeah, they did. They scratched and clawed their way in. They got in. They had that very 3-pass game against Buffalo last year. You know what I'm saying? Which was crazy. Like Soy says here, he says, who's their number one receiver? Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker. So it's like people want it's almost like the NFL and scouts want Devontae Parker to have a great year. Because he, was this highly touted guy coming out of Louisville. Last year, 40 receptions, 515 yards, 2 TDs. Let me even see what his career high is. Like, because he's kind of on that last leg here, I believe. Let's see. Well, he had a 1,200-yard year.
Yeah.
In Miami in 2019.
That was awesome. Magic.
Yeah, that was only 72 catches, though. He had 9 TDs. So he had one. So as you look at his stats, he had 1 year in 19, which was completely his career year. But when you look at the rest of it, you're like, oh, yeah, that's an anomaly, bro. That's hey, you should have got paid. You should have got paid, bro, because the rest of the years is 3 TDs, 4 TDs, back-to-back, 1, then the 9, then 4, then 2. 2 years, he had 90, 96. And 19, 128 targets, 2020, 103 targets. So like he's got his fair share of food to eat. So I don't he's been having his time to make plays. I don't think this is the place where we'll see a breakout from Devontae Parker. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is the time. I felt like I was very impressed when I felt like I saw Kendrick Bourne do last year. Let me make sure that the 55 catches, 800 yards, 5 TDs. I felt like that was kind of on par with what I felt like he should have done. But like I said, there's no number one target here. Hunter was I believe the team's like best receiving option last year. 50 catches, 9 TDs, 600 yards. You said, man, but Mac had some really good games where he kind of stat padded. I remember the Cleveland game where he kind of got off.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
They were up big at half.
Yeah. Cleveland game, he kind of got off there, man. I'm definitely down on the Pats this year. I think this is the year where if the Jets move up that ladder a little bit here, I do have Miami and Buffalo clear over the Pats this year. Now it's just honestly the expectation of where the Jets fall. But when we look at their schedule, we'll see. But yeah, I have Miami and Buffalo clearly over this team. And it's just honestly relying on how good the Jets are this year. That is kind of why I'm projecting New England to finish last in this division.
Man, just looking at the receiving core, the the most targets they had was Jacoby Myers. He had 126 targets last year. And the next highest target was Kendrick Bourne with 70. That's a 50.
That's a gap.
That's a gap. And he only had 50 receptions. So I don't know, man.
He had 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns, man.
2 touchdowns, bro.
Spam
it to somebody else. Spam it to somebody else, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's wild, bro.
A 50 target gap between every other.
That's wild.
Ugh.
I feel like the Pats on paper lost a lot more than they made up for.
Yeah,
they really did. You know, they brought back Malcolm Butler. Yeah. They lost J.C. Jackson to the Chargers. Jabril Peppers is coming over.
Yeah.
Again, that's a guy who I, in my heart of hearts, wanted to be a dog, but my man's not. He's second on the depth chart. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think he's gonna be more of a utility guy, probably with what they're aimed to do over there. There's just literally nothing on this roster that excites me to believe that the Pats will even make the playoffs next year.
Yeah, I don't see it. I think Malcolm Butler leaving the Pats in the first place was the worst decision of his life because he got burnt every second, every other team, man. Freaking Devin McCourty, he's like almost 50.
Man!
Freaking... They got Matthew Judon. Freaking his diet is Taco Bell. I can't really trust this team, man.
Yeah,
I can't trust it.
I can't, man. There's a lot of we try to keep open minds about people, but I'm definitely out on the Pats, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it now. They're not making the playoffs this year. Like they're just down. I think everybody else, especially in the AFC, has gotten too good. Especially even in their own division. Like right now, Miami and Buffalo clears them to me, and the Jets can go over them. I just think this is just going to be a year where, Bill's going to have to take it on the chin. And, last year, I'm looking here, Mac Jones, 3,800 yards, 22 TDs, 13 picks. Man, I don't even want to expect the yardage from him this year.
I don't expect it either. Like,
I don't
picked Cole Strange as their first pick. Man.
Well, he was 13th. Well, he was 13th in the league with 3,800 yards. So,
I can't. I can't look at this team anymore.
They're ugly.
They're pretty ugly.
Yeah, they're hella ugly. So, you know what, Pilot? Maybe we could go ahead and make a stamp here. Maybe me and you could go ahead and do that. And I'm probably sure we're being nicer than what Deuce and Cepha and Tua will be to these guys. So TTE is anti-Patriots this year.
Anti-Patriots,
yeah. TTE is anti-Patriots this year. We just don't think they're going to be crap. Sometimes you got to make it. Yeah, sometimes you got to make a stamp on people. And we're going to make a stamp. We're going to put our flag in here. Patriots suck this year, y'all. But big respect to Megamind. Big respect to Megamind. Yeah, big respect to Megamind. But yeah, Pats make the playoffs this year. We'll apologize. We'll come in and apologize, but we'll make our stamp. Again, we don't agree on too much, but we're gonna agree that this year, TTE's calling the Patriots trash.
Yeah, next time you see someone going in the playoffs, it's gonna be Boston Celtics. It ain't gonna be New England.
Yeah. Pats is on the they got to turn some stuff around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. So, Patriots, you are the first team in 3 divisions to get the anti-TTE stamp. Welcome to an exclusive club. Welcome to an exclusive club. Even the Lions got more love than you, my guy.
Yeah.
Even the Lions got more love than you, New England. So we're not really messing with y'all today, man.
No.
Yeah, we're not messing with y'all today, man. So, we're going to go anti-New England this year, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at their schedules and see what they got. Opening up at Miami. Then they got Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Green Bay, Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago, New York, and Indy before the bye week.
Before the bye week.
That's so stupid. Lions got more love and less wins. Big facts.
Big
facts.
They did.
Starting 0-1, but they're playing at Pittsburgh. I'm going to look at TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick in that game. I'm gonna look at top 3 receiver on the Steelers. Chase. Best receiver on his team, bro.
He's the 3rd best receiver on his team.
Deion Johnson and George Pickens is
way better.
Chase Claypool. I mean, the 3rd guy on his own roster, bro. You're not even 3rd in your division on your team, bro.
You think
he's so lucky. AFC North is where we started, bro, because he could have made that a very, very bad episode for himself. He could have made that a very, very bad episode for himself. So Soy says he has wins against Detroit, Cleveland, and Chicago. Let me see. Detroit, Cleveland, and Chicago. You know what?
I agree.
I'll agree with that. I'll give them 3 and 6.
6 going into
at the bye week. I'll give them 3 and 6 at the bye week. They'll come out the bye because it's Mega Mind Bill. Should have told him just to pivot. Bill Belichick after a bye week. Wow, so they're playing the Jets, Colts bye week and coming back to the Jets. So I'm going to give them a dub out the bye week. Bill's going to have something for New York. I got an L for Minnesota. I got an L for Bills. I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to start my anti-Cardinals thing, but I don't want to do it because this looks like a Monday night game in Arizona. And, God, I don't want to give Cliff Kingsbury a win. Y'all know I don't like Cliff Kingsbury.
They get D-Hop back, too.
Yeah. Okay, so D-Hop's back. So Cliff wins because D-Hop backpacks. Raiders, you know what? I actually only got them having 2 wins after the bye. I'll give them the Jets after the bye week, and they'll find a way to probably still maybe, even though we said Miami would sweep them. You know what? I got to stand on it, man. Patriots fans, you're a 5-win team this year, y'all.
You're a 5-win team.
Patriots fans, you're a 5-win team this year, y'all.
That's what it is.
It's cool. You're a 5-win team.
5-12. Just know that.
5-win team. We got to stamp that flag, and I'm gonna just stand with that. New England Patriots probably has as many wins as the Detroit Lions, but less love from us. Stephen says 8 and 9. Still more wins than the Lions, but less love. What counts? Winning an NFL game or TTE love? You tell me which one is greater. You tell me which one is greater. Man. I said only reason why I'm giving them the Jets out of the bye week is because again it's Bill Belichick after a bye week. So I'm just gonna give them that. Minnesota, no. Buffalo, no. Arizona, no. Raiders, no. Bengals, no. Dog, bro. If they really lose everything up to Cincinnati, I'm going to take my flag and I'm going to put up a Fire Bill Belichick sign. Get him out of here, bro. I'm going to get that man out of here, bro.
It's like Fire Bill Belichick.
Fire Bill Belichick. Fire Bill Belichick. Nah, don't bring him. Sit Brian Flores over there, man. I'm cool on Mega Mind, man. He's done enough. Mega Mind has done enough, man. Key players, Zeus. Key players for the New England Patriots to go 5-12. What are the key players for the Patriots to go 5-12?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna stay.
I'm gonna
stay with them. I'm gonna go with Damian Harris. He's gonna have to do more than just run the ball. He's gonna try to do more than that. My second one is Peppers, man. Hey, man. I'll take Devin McCourty's spot, man. What are you doing, man? You can't be second in the depth chart behind, Duggar and McCourty, man? You better get your shit together, man. I don't know.
Sheffer says he's not joining the Dolphins hype. You're against Cousin Tua. Boo! 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 You don't go against Cousin Tua. You're right. Pepper should definitely steal a spot. Maybe he's second on the depth chart because it says he's questionable here.
Yeah.
Maybe that's me hoping. Yeah. That was all your key players, Zeus?
That's my key player. He was a first round pick. He was a first round draft pick, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Peppers?
I think so.
He still hasn't shown me anything. So
yeah. All right, so for the 5-12 New England Patriots, don't worry. You'll have all your ammo needed to potentially get Will Levis from Kentucky next year. Or who's a very Patriots-like quarterback? Miami quarterback Tyler Van Dyke.
Van Dyke.
Yeah, Tyler Van Dyke or Will Levis should replace Mac Jones in 2023. That'll be dope. That'll be dope.
They're gonna find a way to get
crash and burn New England. Y'all deserve it. Crash and burn New England. Y'all deserve it. Y'all have done a lot. Y'all have ruined many people's lives. I'm hoping this 5-12 season upon your souls. You know what I'm saying? Cousin Tua brings lamb potato salad to the barbecue. So Soy says his three are Hunter Henry, Jalen Mills, and the sleeper Ty Montgomery. So for me, key players for New England, when New England is very, very good, and it's one thing that Megamind has always been dope at, is he takes what this ugly roster of defensive player looks like, and he finds an all-pro at him somewhere. So Jalen Mills was a thought, but I'm going to hold off on that. Christian Barmore, defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to look at Christian Barmore. God, I want to say a linebacker, but I was like, you know what? We'll give linebackers a break. I feel like when linebackers know TTEspn's about to come on, they're like, man, I hope Tua doesn't mention us. Like, I don't want to mention a linebacker because the linebackers, y'all get a break since Tua's not here. All right, linebackers, y'all get a break since Tua's not here. Mac Jones, every second-year quarterback, I'm going to have a higher standard for. 3,800 yards, 22 TDs, and 13 picks. Again, I'm kind of ballparking you back in that range for what I'm projecting to be a 5-12 win team. This weapons room is extremely ugly, and you guys lost. Slow. Yeah, so slow, so ugly. It's just very, very ugly. And then I'm not gonna lie, this is like I don't want to see it, but if Bill can get this roster to the playoffs in this AFC conference, then good God, bro, like you gotta get it. You get a strong.
Every other team sucks. That's what I'm gonna say. And every other team sucked that didn't make it.
Yeah. Cousin to it. Where the drugs at, homie? Like if Megamind gets this roster to the playoffs when we do our playoff episode, I'm gonna get like a photo of like me and him and Step Brothers, like I'm a Photoshop us together, and I'm gonna have it here for the episode. But throwing disrespect towards Megamind, man. I've never been the highest on Mac Jones. I don't ever think he'll be a top 10 quarterback in the league ever. But I do think he's the line for if you're under him, you're trash. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's the line. So, again, I try not to put too much pressure on him. But, again, I'm looking at Tua and Zach Wilson in your division who we're telling them they need to have the season that you had to project their teams to be over you. Because, again, around them they have what I feel like is a better roster and a better receiving core for them. You, on the other hand, my mans, you got 71 overalls with, you know what I'm saying, normal development traits around you, man. I don't know who's going to come out of this bunch and try to help you out. Hey, man, quit spamming to Jacoby Myers, bro. I'm looking at the name here, Tyquan Thornton, dude from Baylor who ran like the 4.2 something, fastest 40. But again, we don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm just not going to be high on it. No chance for the playoffs at all, 5-12. And then I hope Bill Belichick retires and we can call that a day on them. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call there.
Yeah, I think if they get any more wins than 5, it's just because they're at home.
Yeah. So again, I'm projecting them to finish last in the division this year. So anti-Bill, baby, anti-Patriots.
Well, I guess I am too since I gave him 5.
Hello, though.
Damn. I had Jets at 7-10. That's tough.
Yeah, no chance, man. Is he only running 40-yard routes? Man, you're in line. By the time he gets 40 yards downfield, he's going to spam a pass to Jacoby Myers, though. So we don't really know what they're going to do there, man. On to last year's division winner with head coach Sean McDermott, the Buffalo Bills, who lost in heartbreaking fashion to the Kansas City Chiefs last year in the divisional round of the playoffs. Many believe that if they would have got past the Chiefs, they would have then in return beat the Bengals and would have been playing what would be our season opener game, Rams versus Bills Super Bowl. What is your thoughts, Zeus, on the last year, 11-6 Buffalo Bills?
Let's just get straight to it, man. Let me just get this off my chest. Hey, man, they changed the OT rules because of y'all, man. Y'all suck. Y'all suck. Y'all suck. Let me just say that off my chest, man. Y'all suck. Hey, man.
Oh.
There's no way in hell you guys let Patrick Mahomes go 13 seconds down the field.
13.
Where's the defense at, man? You guys were a top defense in the league, man. That's all you had to do, man. But y'all had to complain about it. If we had the ball back, we could have win.
Yeah.
Man, shut up. Stop the ball. Hey, man. But yeah, other than that, this is theirs to lose. Honestly, they lost a lot of games that they should have won. For example, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville game.
Another Josh Allen that destroyed Josh Allen.
Yup. Big facts.
Honestly, I see them. I think they're just like the Dallas Cowboys to me, though. Honestly, that's what I see.
Okay.
I see Josh Allen just like Dak Prescott's game. I think side by side, if you put their stats together, they're really similar.
Very interesting.
Of course, they don't have a really good running back, but Josh Allen is the running back. So,
right.
But other than that, I think they're gonna find a way to fold this. I think. I can't see them going past 11 wins. I think. Yeah, I think
11.
I think they stay put at 11.
They put 11.
Yeah.
4,400 yards, 36 TDs, and 15 interceptions last year from Josh Allen. 15 interceptions. We're over the turnover game, y'all. Y'all gonna throw y'all picks, but y'all better throw TDs too.
Yeah.
Y'all better throw TDs too. You gotta have a 2-for-1, baby. That's what you gotta have. When I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills, and what I perceive of them is again a top 5 quarterback. I'm looking at a top tier coach. I don't think Sean McDermott has moved himself into the best of the best coaches, but I think he's a good coach. So if you gave me an A+ quarterback with a B+ coach in this division, you should win the division again. I'm going to give you a floor of 11 games, like you said. The Von Miller acquisition threw me off. You know what I'm saying?
That was a lot towards a end of career guy. I mean, ugh.
Yeah, Von Miller coming to the team, that was, I mean, again, but I like Gregory Rousseau. Rousseau, man. They picked up Daquan Jones, Matt Milano, who just seems to be just this consistent type of guy, Tremont Edmonds. The defense was going crazy. Trey White, who got hurt towards the end of last year, all-pro corner man. They picked up Kyer Elam. Again, when you got Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, probably the best safety tandem in the game, and Trey White, life should be easier for you to fill in that role. Gabriel Davis ended last year with the 200-yard 4 TD game, and if I could go look up went crazy. That route he put on that corner.
Oh my Lord! For that last TD,
that was crazy. Lord. Hey, it's crazy because I'm looking at his stats for the year. He had 35 catches, 549 yards, and 6 TDs. You did half of your production in a game than you did the entire season. You know what I'm saying? Perfect time to ball out when you had the chance to.
What was Cole Beasley's stat line that year?
Man, let me double check. He's not on the roster no more, so I have to actually go out here and look. Let me go see what Cole Beasley had last year. Cole Beasley's stats for the Buffalo Bills. Cole Beasley, he was probably snapping last year. Oh shoot. What did he have?
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, 82 catches.
82 catches, 693 yards.
1 TD.
I forgot they had Emmanuel Sanders. Damn, they had a really stacked receiving core.
They did. And so it's crazy that you said that because I didn't think of it like that. I almost ready to come up here and halfway start to kind of glorify them. But they did lose more weapons than they retained.
Yeah.
I'm putting the strength of them on the fact that one, I'm super high on James Cook. So I'm expecting James Cook to alleviate.
Let me propose this question to you though. Let me stop you there. Do you think they were a running back away from the Super Bowl?
No, I don't. Because I don't think this team, just like I don't think Andy has the ability to change from this shotgun type of thing to just trusting the running back and kind of slowing the game down for themselves. I don't think they're a running back away. I do think they're a Trey White away.
Trey White away.
Yeah, I do think they're a Trey White away. I think if Trey White was in the KC game or in the playoff run or towards the end of the year, things look different for him. So missing an all-pro corner, in that sense, yeah, I can give them that. I don't think they're running back away, but I do think the way James Cook could fit into this offense is a good thing. I know when he got drafted, I said he was my early rookie of the year, but he's not no more. I got somebody else we'll get to. A source says that's why I can't be high on Cook. They don't know how to use their running backs. That's facts, though. That's facts. I don't think they have the play. Well, Brian Daboll left, too.
Yeah.
Brian Daboll did leave and go to the Giants.
Yeah,
so we'll get to see a new type of play calling, I guess, then. Sean McDermott's a defensive dude. Like you said, I don't think they were running back away, but I do think if they had Trey White in the playoff run that they'd be good. I think that they get by. So I'll give them that. I'm expecting good things from Gregory Rousseau this year, and I like Daquan Jones. Trey White coming back, that should definitely be good for them there. But it's crazy that you said that, man, because it definitely made me have to relook at how I looked at Buffalo, because you do lose Emmanuel Sanders, you do lose Cole Beasley, you do pick up Jamison Crowder. I know Soy's been very high on Dawson Knox. I'm not gonna lie, your O-line, I feel like, does get the benefit of Josh Allen running the ball.
I think they have the worst O-line in this division.
Yeah. I could agree with you there. So yeah, man, I'm definitely you know what? I'm with you on a thought that, like, they did lose some pieces that were vital. I'm not gonna expect Gabe Davis to turn into a 70 catch, 800-yard receiver. Khalil Shakir is on this team. I think you remember mentioning his name before.
Yeah.
And they picked up OJ Howard. So maybe they do tone it down a little bit with OJ Howard and Dawson Knox. With these guys, maybe they can change it up with what they could do.
I think I see Gabriel Davis production as probably like Adam Thielen's down year for me. So
Thielen's down year was still 9 TDs.
Yeah, so
Thielen's down year was still 9 TDs.
Hey, Gabe Davis, he's gonna get 9 TDs this year. So we're gonna see that.
Yeah. If there's anybody who I think takes a rise this year from this roster, I think it will be Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
Because I did look at Stephon Diggs' stats over the last 2 years, and the man just snapped for Buffalo for the last 2 years. So I'm kind of hoping, he's going to be one of my key players for them. Josh Allen isn't one. I think as long as Stephon Diggs can continue to play at that level during the regular season, it'll help to make life easier for everybody else.
Yeah, I think losing Cole Beasley, he had 112 targets, that helps Dawson Knox tremendously, who only had 70. So it helps him and Gabriel Davis out. So it's gonna
we may see. Yeah, we may see. Yeah. So looking at their schedule, they got a fairly early bye week this year. They will be the opener for the NFL season. Who knows? Maybe we'll try to do a wings and watch for that game just because it's the kickoff. Who knows? We might try to watch that game together. Los Angeles Rams opener, SoFi Stadium, ring ceremony Thursday night to kick off the season. Then they go to Tennessee, Miami, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and end with Kansas City before the bye week to where they come out against Green Bay. And that right there is their season. Is those 2 games to me. I don't think that's the defining moment of their season. I do think that's the defining moment of where they will be seated in the playoffs. I think there's no room for error for the number one seed in the AFC.
Damn, I think after Green Bay, they just got the easiest run.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you now, Oos, I have them going
They got the easiest.
3-3. I have them going 3-3 to the bye week, and then I don't have them losing again. Because I was like, you got Green Bay after the bye, so I'm going to give you the advantage, and you're at home. So I was like, I'll give you that one. But then I told you when we was at Green Bay, that was Green Bay's only loss to me was that Buffalo game. I said, so I had Green Bay at 16-1, losing to Buffalo because Buffalo was coming off of the bye week. I have Buffalo potentially going 3-3 into the bye with losses to the Rams, Ravens, and Kansas City. I have them beating Titans, Dolphins, and Pittsburgh coming out of the bye, and then I don't have them losing again. So they'll be 14-3. The Packers are 16-1. After that, this is where Josh Allen can have his MVP run with the Jets, Browns, Detroit, Jets, Dolphins, Bears. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is where Josh Allen can his MVP run.
I think I'm with you on 3-3, but I got him losing to the Rams, Dolphins, and Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they beat KC going into bye week.
Okay.
Coming out of the bye week, they're gonna beat Green Bay. What was it, Sunday night game? Oh, they're gonna have a lot of rest. So
yeah.
And I don't. The rest of the teams can just suck it after that. I don't.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm looking at 14-3. 14-3 is probably what's going to be absolutely needed in the AFC to lock up a number 1 seed.
They're going 14-3. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So that should. Well, actually, that would lock up a number 1 seed because I projected the Baltimore Ravens at 12-5. So they would have 2 games over them if that was to be true. And looks like Buffalo's probably going to have the number 1 seed then.
Yeah, I think the floor for me, I know I said I can't go past 11 wins, but I think the absolute floor is probably 12.
12? Yeah, I'm looking at 12 to 14, but I'll definitely more to 14 for them this year.
Yeah. I think Cincinnati can give him fits.
Yeah, I think so too. That's in Cincinnati too. That'll be a cold game.
Yeah, so and it's hard to play.
They finished the year cold. Away at Chicago, away at Cincy.
They used to it already.
They used to it. That's crazy though.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. All right. Key players for the success of the Buffalo Bills for the 2022 NFL season. I got Stephon Diggs as one. Like I said, his consistency, his production throughout the year makes life easier for the rest of the receiving core, being a top target. Gregory Rousseau will be my other guy that I'll be looking at. And the return of Trey White, man. With already having a great safety pairing, if he could come back and be who he's been, then I feel like 14 wins is a very realistic for this team this year.
Yeah, I think for me, offensively, it's going to be Dawson Knox and Jamison Crowder.
Okay.
They're gonna double team Diggs, so they're gonna have to alleviate pressure off of them. I expect Crowder to be as good as he was when he was with Kirk Cousins in Washington.
Okay.
And defensively, I think Ed Oliver, their defensive tackle, with the addition of Von Miller, and you got Gregory Rousseau on the other end, I think it's easier for you to get by in the middle. So I think, and you get Trey White probably mid-season. So this team is stacked. So
Soy says Jamison Crowder, Dawson Knox, and Micah Hyde are his 3. Last year, he said Dawson Knox did only have 71 targets, but he had 9 touchdowns, 587 yards. So I'm definitely looking at a low of 90, 95 targets for him. So I'm going to 9 TD sounds about right again for Dawson. I can give him that going into next year. I definitely can. This is crazy. Yeah, man. I'm definitely looking at Buffalo Bills next year being a team who at this point right now would have the number 1 seed from projections into the AFC.
Yeah.
Who else we project if we did the AFC North? So that means right now, I think our playoff picture would be like Bengals, Buffalo, and Ravens. We have Buffalo winning the division. We had Ravens and Bengals coming out of that division. So we have 4 more slots left between 2 more divisions. I think before we even get there, we were all unanimous. The Colts were winning the AFC South and coming out of the South. Good thing the AFC West is one of the last 2 divisions we'll get to with the NFC West. So this, for me, I'm hoping Miami can make a way in. Because again, Miami would have to make the playoffs for Miami to even consider keeping Tua.
Yeah. I think if they get a 10-win season out of Tua, I think that gets them to a 7th seed, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, they had that 10-win year 2 years ago with Flores, though, and still missed. 9-8 last year and missed. 10 wins. Man, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's realistic, but, man, this goes down to tiebreakers eventually. Yeah. That's what it will go down to. That's the reason why the Chargers didn't make it. And the Chargers should have never lost to the Texans. It had to be put in that situation to begin with.
Yeah. So, bold predictions?
Bold predictions. Oh, yeah, man, it's clear. Bold predictions. Pats, 5 wins.
5 wins. Man. Yeah, sir. Get out of there. Ooh. Get out. Yeah. Boo!
Patriots not number 1. Patriots not number 1. It's a 5 jersey. Top 5 jersey though. Color concept, but top 5 jersey, 5 wins. So AFC East predictions. If I could make some very, very, very bold predictions. Tua and Zach. Well, Tua, top 10 passer this year. Tua will be a top 10 in major passing categories, passing yards, completion percentage. I'll go for those 2. Touchdowns, I don't know if he's going to spam them up. Zach Wilson, 3,500, 25 TDs, under 10 picks. We'll put that as another one. The Patriots, 5 wins. It's going to be another take I'm going to take there. And I know I said it last year, and I know I'm trying to put my money on Cousin Tua, but when we look at this schedule, Josh Allen has a very intriguing runway to his MVP. So those are going to be my bold takes for the AFC East going into the 2022 season.
Jeez. I think bold predictions for me, I think Miami, they get 3,000-yard receivers.
Whoo!
I think Bills, everything goes right, they could go 16-1. We already said New England 5-12, bottom of the pack, suck it. And New York Jets. Breece Hall is going to be the best running back in the division.
Best running back in the division. So it says 4K, 28, 30 TDs for Tua, and he plays every game. If he plays every game, he better have 4K in 28 to 30 TDs. But that's that every game. He needs that every game. Yeah, man. This division is definitely, like you said earlier, to start it off, Bills to lose. Again, Pats, you're ugly. Like, you're so ugly.
You're really ugly.
You're so ugly.
You can put it on every social media out there. You're really ugly.
It's ugly. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely if he was to be like, hey man, you watching that Monday night Jets Pats game? I'm
good. Yeah. I expect the Jets out there.
I'm probably gonna play Jets Madden on a game or something. You know what I'm saying? Play on Madden. I'm not gonna watch it though. I'm probably gonna watch it. No. Yeah, man. That's definitely, I think, AFC East, man. Yeah. Any final thoughts on anything else before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. Just know Patriots suck.
Patriots suck. Patriots suck. We're putting a stamp on it, baby. We're putting a stamp on it. We're putting a stamp on it this year. TTE is anti-New England this year. Cowboys fans, take a break. We've been anti-Cowboys for a while now. Y'all can kick back, man. This year we're gonna put that flag. Who knows? Maybe it's not too late for y'all. Maybe we might get a bus of y'all. But third division in, and we found an anti-team. Lions get more love than the Patriots. More love, less wins.
Playoff win.
More love, less wins, y'all. More love, less wins.
Oh, man.
Next week, we will be covering the NFC East. So Soy for Absolute Fact will be here, banging his game. We will be covering the brand new Washington Commanders, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, and the New York Football Giants. That's what we will be covering next week. We will be breaking down the rest of the divisions as we get closer to the year, finishing off with conference and projections. Keep up with us every Tuesday as we are back for TTEspn. Thursday night draft coming up. We're going to be getting into some NBA stuff. So you want to hear us talk sports and do all of that good jazz. When you see us live on Tuesday, you know that's what we're doing. If you think we're tripping, put it in the comments. If you think we're doing good, put it in the comments. If you're a Pats fan, you're not allowed to put it in the comments.
Yeah, don't put it in the comments, man. You're done. You're done, buddy.
No room for you this year. You're restricted from the comment section this year.
You're done.
Yeah, you're done. You don't get no room over here this year. All right? Y'all are cool. Y'all are out of here. Got it? Let's get it, y'all. Again, thank y'all for rocking with us. Next week, NFC East, where we will, again, Soy's going to be here ready to bang his game. Follow with the Warriors. Weenie Atkinson. I ain't going to talk too much about that. Weenie Atkinson. And y'all, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for being with us. We ready to go, y'all. We out.